There's a whole world out there of scrambled eggs that I never knew existed. Woo, that's fun. So today I'm gonna start by trying a ton of different recipes. Pretty incredible. Orange juice. Whoa. Oh, egg facial. I don't like this at all. I might have to return to that one. And then tomorrow I'm gonna try to develop my own perfect scrambled egg recipe. The most popular scrambled egg video on YouTube is our friend Gordon Ramsay's, and I'm gonna cook with him live because he goes really fast, and I would just rather have him there holding my hand than not. 35 million views.
Start off with 3 eggs.
Off the heat.
Eggs in the pan. Nice knob of butter.
I don't know what a knob is, but I'm gonna guess somewhere around there.
You can't stop stirring.
Can't stop stirring. Okay, I'm gonna do his thing, take it off the heat, stir it. At some point he burns his toast and he's like, oh, shit. And then he just takes it out and throws it.
Is that my toast burning? Oh.
His is cooking so much faster than mine. I don't think my heat's generous enough. They do look nice and soft, very velvety. They also have creme fraiche in them, which is not an everyday ingredient for me at least. This is a very active way to cook eggs. It's not like throw some eggs in a pan while you brew your coffee kind of recipe. Arm's getting tired. And I'm gonna eyeball like a half tablespoon, pop it in. It's almost like a porridge. It's just like it's totally smooth. Salt, pep.
I'm just going to put a little touch of chives in there.
Touch of chives.
It just makes it a little bit more sexy.
He says it makes it sexy. I love that he says that. That is a very aggressively soft scrambled egg. Very, very like delicate. They are super jiggly. It's like on the brink of too soft for me, but it's pretty good though. And I love the chives. Super sexy. There were some cool techniques in this, but I think this is a little bit too intense for an everyday scrambled egg. Recipe number 2, I'm gonna give this one a shot that includes baking powder. It says it's a secret ingredient to really fluffy eggs. I'm skeptical, but I'm excited to try. This one also includes milk, which I don't normally add to my scrambled eggs, so I'm interested to see how that turns out. And the recipe says I need to let these eggs stand at room temperature for 5 to 7 minutes. I assume that's because the baking powder needs a chance to activate, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. They're very fluffy. They've got a little bit of like a rubbery bounce to them. I don't taste the baking soda, which is good. And by soda, I mean powder, sorry. I dragged Mackenzie away from a very important task to try these. There's a strange secret ingredient.
Decent amount of pepper, but I obviously don't think that's it.
What do you think of the texture? I just want to tell you. Can I just tell you the secret ingredient?
No, one more try.
It's not a flavor.
They're pretty normal.
It is baking powder.
Whoa.
They said it'll make them extra fluffy.
I don't think it's any fluffier than a normal, properly scrambled egg.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you.
Cool. Thanks.
Appreciate it. 2 down. I have like 100 more to go. We are trying our 3rd recipe, which is with cornstarch. And they claim that the added cornstarch makes scrambled eggs really, really creamy. Very curious. Cornstarch is kind of a crazy thing to cook with. Oh, I did it wrong. Well, let's just see what happens. I was supposed to whisk the cornstarch into the milk. You know what? I think this is just gonna be fine the way it is. And then this recipe calls for a tablespoon of butter per egg. That's a lot of butter. I think I might actually not go that crazy because there's just absolutely no way I would want to make eggs with that much butter for breakfast every single morning. And this recipe says heat it over high heat until hot. Then we'll add our butter. Then we'll add our eggs. Then we'll wait 3 seconds, then we'll take it off the heat and stir it and count to 12. I kind of like that method, just letting the pan heat up and then they're pretty much done. I don't like this at all. I can really taste the cornstarch, but it's giving me like a little bit of like a pancake or a popover type of flavor. I don't like it. Well, we're on to the next one. And this one has probably the craziest ingredient that I've seen. Orange juice.
Say what?
This is going in our scrambled eggs along with sour cream and milk. Very curious. Don't know how I feel about it. A tablespoon each of orange juice, milk, and sour cream. I can smell the OJ. Keeping an open mind. My perfect egg definitely doesn't have any brown bits on it. I really don't want to like these. What if I'm like, yep, this is my new thing, putting orange juice into eggs. Weird. I can taste the orange juice. It's not disgusting, but I wouldn't really say it complements the flavor of the egg. I don't think I'll be taking the orange juice to my complete recipe, but the sour cream, maybe. It's really nice. This next recipe is pretty nuts. I don't know why I'd never thought to do this before, but we're gonna be poaching our scrambled eggs. I've got about 4 inches of water boiling in this saucepan, and I have a lid for it too, because when we poach them, we're actually gonna cover them. It takes water longer to boil when there's salt in it, so I like to wait for the water to come up to a boil and then I add the salt. Doing that same vortex method that some people like to use when poaching eggs. And now we're going to pour in our eggs. Ooh. Whoa, so weird looking. Okay, I gotta cover it. Count to 20. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 20. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Whoa, just gonna slowly and gently. Oh, egg facial. They honestly look like pretty normal. Whoop. Oh, sad. Oh, there we go. Give these guys a little nudge. They look kind of beautiful, actually. They look very smooth. They're obviously not super fluffy. The recipe says you can drizzle them with olive oil, which I think sounds kind of nice, so I'm actually gonna do that. Whoa, that tastes really, really, really crazy. It reminds me of something, and it's not a scrambled egg. I've never tasted an egg that tasted so little like an egg. But I think I'm realizing that a lot of the flavors that I associate with scrambled eggs doesn't actually come from the egg, but the butter, because this really tastes different. I don't think they're quite what I'm looking for in a classic scramble. It's also a bit of a hassle. Slowing down, y'all. I don't want to eat any more eggs today, but I have to. Egg number 6. This round, we're trying browned butter. All right, so we're starting to brown. I'd say these babies can go in. Woo, that's fun. Wow, cool. It's kind of like the best version of a diner egg, I feel like. I need to mull it over more, but I really like the brown butter. All right, so it's day 2. Today I chose to wear my Gudetama pin. You guys should really look him up on YouTube. He's amazing.
Gudetama! 何がなんだか。君はスクランブルエッグでしょ?
I'm hoping he will help me see the light towards scrambled egg greatness. And I have a few more tests I want to do, but I'm feeling a lot closer. I'm going to make 4 batches of eggs, 1 with sour cream, 1 with Greek yogurt, 1 with cream cheese, and then just a control one that's just plain old eggs. I'm going to add all of these additions after the eggs have been scrambled because I feel like the fat takes on a different characteristic when you cook it. I want them to maintain all of their creaminess and flavor as they are now. On to the next one. Okay, cool. Sour cream. You can already kind of see though, they did lighten up a bit with that addition. And Greek yogurt. This is 2% yogurt, and so it has a lot less fat than both the sour cream that we added and the cream cheese. So I'm skeptical if it'll give us the creaminess we want. They're definitely creamy. Last but certainly not least, cream cheese. Not the easiest method though. Might have to figure out a better way to do that. I have a feeling these might be a little bit heavy, but probably really good. I will start with the classic. It's standard. I've eaten them about 1,000,000 times. Sour cream. Really nice texture. You don't get the sourness that much, which is kind of nice. It still tastes a lot like egg. Greek yogurt. It's got like goat cheesy vibe to it. It's definitely a little bit cheesy, which is nice. I might have to return to that one. And cream cheese. Very similar to the Greek yogurt, actually. I think these two are my favorite. Adding cream cheese to eggs on the daily seems like a little bit of an intense thing to do, but maybe less. Greek yogurt. I'm not just saying this because I want Greek yogurt to be the best, but I really feel like you can taste the eggs better with the Greek yogurt than you can with the cream cheese. Cream cheese does make eggs taste really amazing, but it's a little bit heavy for what I want for my everyday. I'm gonna stick with the Greek yogurt, which I'm pretty excited about. But that said, if you wanna put cream cheese in your eggs, like highly recommend. It's really delicious. I'm gonna do 2 more tests. I wanna see if it matters if I add it at the beginning or at the end. So my first round of tests, I'm going to whisk the yogurt in with my eggs. Last time I did a teaspoon per egg, and I thought that was pretty nice, so I'm gonna stick with that. It definitely seems easier. I'm just worried it's gonna be less creamy, but only one way to find out, and that's to cook and eat more scrambled eggs. Well, that was pretty easy to integrate, which is nice. I think I will wait to do the chives also until the end, like my friend Gordon. I would be glad if it didn't make a difference because I think I'd rather whisk it in first. It's just easier. Add in the yolk. The one thing I do like about that is that you get these little pockets of yogurt which end up tasting kind of cheesy, which is nice if you're into that kind of thing. Wow, look at the difference in color. It's so much lighter. So I'll try these first, mixed in. It's nice, it's good. Yeah, they taste identical. So that's good. That means we can just mix it in the beginning and that's easy. I feel like we might be there, but I'm gonna do one more round to make sure it's all copacetic. This is the 15th scrambled egg I've made in this episode, and I'm happy to say the last round, yeah, we got there. At least for me, these eggs are perfect. They're fluffy, creamy. You can make them with stuff that's probably already in your fridge, which is really nice. They also have some similarities to Gordon Ramsay's, which we all loved. I hope you guys try them and I hope you like them. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any tips or tricks to good scrambled eggs, and don't forget to subscribe.